Well, hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be reading about preparing and cooking food. So, women in the old days, when they started cooking, they rose early in the morning, and as you can see, they're rising early in the morning. They were pounding meal, making bread. The pounding woke up everyone in the village, and the ladies were letting them know that breakfast was being made. The women mixed the cornmeal and cooked black beans and made large, thick pancakes, and they boiled and served them with pine needle tea and maple sugar. Isn't that wonderful? Even in the old days, you didn't even have to go to town. We could just make our own. And meals were cooked in clay pots, which were hung over the fire. Dinner was started early and simmered all day long, so anybody could eat anytime they were hungry. The meal was often stew, consisting of meat, corn, and beans. Both green and dried beans made a delicious soup or stew with deer or bear meat to flavor it. Okay? And as you can see, they are cooking. All right, and food and hospitality. And so, anytime somebody came over, like a relative or a friend, they came over and eat, and they were automatically adopted into their family. And it was considered polite. If somebody come to see you when you were cooking, you always said, "Do you want something to eat?" So that's the way our Lumbee people are today also. And what a feast. So this picture here is the picture of the woman and man about to be married, and they're having a great feast. And it says for special occasions such as weddings, it said some foods were cooked in the longhouse and others were baked in a trench outdoor. And a large pit was dug into the ground and rocks were heated, various kind of foods such as vegetables, eggs, and shells. So the eggs were in the shells and they were being cooked and baked in the ground. The vegetables were stacked on each other. The beans, corn, and squash and other things were stacked and they were being used in the ground. Now we use charcoal, but back then they used big, large, hot rocks, and they would get them really hot when they put the wood in there on them, and they would be cooking. And so the different foods were separated by layers of coal. Venison and deer and meat was roasted on poles. So this is what I wanted you guys to see, and I want you to realize that there's strategies you can use too. Your main idea is what? Preparing food, ready to get it cooked, and also main ideas in the middle of the story, also at the end, so you know that it was cooking vegetables and different foods. These are Indian foods. So I want you to think about that. Think about compare and contrast how we did in the old days. We would compare food in the old days. You had to go to the store today and get it compared to back then you had to cook it at home. So I hope you guys learned something today, and I love y'all, and call me if you need me. And my number is 280-8514. Thank you, and you guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.